you. It's a fucking joke.
Heartfelt.
Oh, how could you say that?
I'm a dumbass.
That means you're gay.
No, God, please, no.
A man and a woman.
I'm kind of retarded.
You are fake news.
Negus.
I'm upset.
Be offended.
Do you love black people?
You ain't black.
I don't care.
Shawn Cav.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
How about news? Hot like a tamale.
Try to relax your anus.
No, what are you talking about, man?
What is it, you period?
Oh, rim shot.
Five, four, three, two, one.
What's up, all you crazy capitalists, you witty whiskey enthusiasts? Welcome to the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. I'm Ian,
and I'm Shawn.
And make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, comment down below, all that good stuff. Go to solo.to / where is it? Solo.to / the Whiskey Capitalist. It's also up here at the top. I don't know why we need to bring that up every time. That, you know,
It's there, people. Just go to the link. We have lots of stuff there that you should be going and supporting the podcast with doing, like, you know, either sponsoring the podcast or buy merch, all of that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Also go to bit.ly / the Whiskey Capitalist merch for all of our awesome merch items and all of that. Yeah, so tonight, whenever you're watching this, we are going to be talking about a lot of random shit.
That's what it feels like the news has been lately, though, right? Like, just like, or not even this news, just like the world just been like a crazy potpourri category on Jeopardy.
More like poopery, Jesus.
Poopery.
Yeah. And then, okay, so basically what I put here in the description is we live in a clown world. We have potential UFOs flying over, but it seems like no one cares. We discussed this and more, including the train explosions or derailments or all the craziness going on there. You have more information on that than I do. I have been ingrained in the world of internet commenting and getting in fights with people on the internet, because you're
having a lot of online feuds lately. Yeah, my omelet wars have basically like simmered down for the most point, like to like a soft boil. You know, like I only get.
Did you like my last entry into that whole war?
Which one was did you say? I forget. Like
the last thing that I said, it was because it was someone saying that like you're not even like talking in my language or talking in
that whole thing,
whatever.
Like,
yeah, and so I said like that's pretty arrogant of you to think that he needs to speak in your language. Why don't you just speak English? I mean, that's kind of weird, right? So like that was it. That's a pretty basic statement. Like,
well, my whole point. Yeah, my whole point was like you're mad that I'm not replying in your language, but I don't have an issue with you like replying in your own language. And that's why I was like, hey, pot, meet the kettle. Like you're a hypocrite.
It was that same thing. So I said that, and it was like that's pretty ridiculous of you, you turd. And like so it wasn't even like fuck you, asshole. And then the response I got back was something gringo and puta, and I was like, I know those ones.
Yeah,
and so,
sure.
So I just made sure to translate it just in case I was missing something that was lost in translation there, and it said, "Shut up, white motherfucker." And I was like, okay, now you're trying to go past the like dumb little puns and like whatever. So now I'm gonna be a dick.
Well,
so
my favorite.
I said it. So you really need to go to like now it's kind of like racist now white, like now it goes into this, like, okay, cool. Like silly me. I should have just known, I should have just gone with schoolgirl, like schoolyard insults, like blah, blah. And I said, and then I said, oh, and by the way, the only mom I've banged is yours. So tell her I said hi.
Yeah. I saw that one. But like, when he was saying that, like, so you called him arrogant for like the whole language thing, and then like it came back, and he's like, I am arrogant. I live in the best country in the world. I came back with like the dude gif. You see, like the dude was like, that's just like your opinion, man.
So good.
It's like, because like they can't hurt you. They can't hurt me like with what they're saying, because nothing matters in that fucking thread. None of it fucking matters because everything was supposed to be about eggs.
It like, okay, okay, how annoyed were you when after you put up because when I told you to grift on the Whiskey Capitalist, and if you put that up, how annoyed were you with the other 3 fucking egg pun filled messages I said about Til Death Podcast, and then also, or it was 2 different ones, and then from Til Death Podcast Network saying, if you want to have the whole coop.
Yeah, like very peckish. I'm feeling very peckish today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're feeling a little plucky, so no, it was very good. No, I've been ingrained in stupidity, but it's kind of funny. Like, what are you gonna do? But the other thing that has gone on, which I'm sure if you're watching or if you read the title of this video, you saw GayCruiseGate.
Which we'll touch on that first.
What'd you say? We should probably get into that first?
We'll probably do that one first once we do the intro.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because I could be a Rumble thing.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know how much we can get.
No, like, we can totally get away with talking about that. Come on, don't be a puss.
Okay. I'm not saying I'm being a puss. I'm just saying like there might be things that I'll fucking say that are not YouTube friendly. I thought train derailment was Purdue losing to Northwestern. That's over my head.
Well, because his college was Purdue, and it was a train wreck. So.
Okay. Now I get it. I'm not into. I don't understand the sports
balls.
Yeah, sports ball. I don't know. I didn't really watch Super Bowl.
I watched it, but yeah, we'll touch on some of that stuff. But
all right, well,
let's do it. Let's get the show rolling.
That's what we're going to be talking about, and whatever else pops up during the conversation. If there's anything specific you'd like to talk about, make sure you leave it in the comment section, and we'll get to it as soon as we can. With that, here's the intro, guys.
Who else in the level crime say yeah?
Look at that big, juicy booty.
Hot like a tamale.
Be offended.
Do you love black people?
Negro.
You know the thing.
Here, next.
Don't be rude. You ain't black.
Shawn Cav.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Heartfelt. Amen and a woman.
All right.
Yeah.
So what should we get into first?
I would really like to talk about like well, obviously we can quickly probably touch on the Super Bowl, but I would like to get into like the GayGate thing.
It's GayCruiseGate, sir.
GayCruiseGate. Sorry, gays. I meant GayCruiseGate. It's not just the gays. That maybe it was a prank on you by a gay. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. This is I all right. So it was Jen's birthday. This weekend. It was Jen's birthday yesterday, right? So I've been ordering her stuff offline and waiting for those presents to come in. So having someone ring the doorbell and drop a package off wasn't weird during this week. I'm waiting for a bunch of stuff, checking everything. And so if you can see, let me see from this window that's right over here. You can't see it, but whatever. This window right over here looks over my patio, so I can see anyone that's coming up to ring the doorbell. So not only do we have a doorbell cam, so I can see whenever anyone comes up and talk to them to it. I can like see when they're walking up and see what's going on. So I like hear the little gate open, and oh, cool, someone's dropping some shit off. Awesome. And so they, I want to see if someone's talking shit. I believe you need to refer to it as the big game, or the NFL will go after you. It's not the big game. No, it's the stupid propaganda Olympics that's going on right now. That's all it is to me. Because there's 2 national anthems now. Let's wait for that one.
We will get into all of that. Yes, I know. Triggered.
I'm fucking triggered by that shit. That you can take that shit and shove it up your butthole. I don't care. With a little fucking Crisco too. All right, so I forget we're still on YouTube. That was a joke. Okay, so anyways, I hear the doorbell and I figure, oh, cool, like they're just gonna drop off the package like they usually do and then fuck off. But they didn't. They stood there and like they're like on the little gate, she like stood there and like wrote on the little the little pillar or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck are you writing? Like I didn't put anything for like signature needed or whatever, but okay. And so and so I like, all right, I'll wait for the little thing. So she could go down there, get the little piece of paper. It says, this is scheduled for redelivery. Like go to this website, put in this little, QR code, whatever, and then set up for redelivery. It's like, all right. So I figured the next day, so Saturday, we were going to be going out for Jen's birthday. And I didn't want to potentially have it be left, especially if it's something I need to sign for. It's got to be kind of important. Oh yeah. And something that I didn't tell you, Shawn, is that when I was looking outside from the studio, I saw it looked weird. Like whatever was on the outside of the package, it looked funky, and I couldn't put a pin on it, like why it looked. It just looked weird. I was like, what is that? But I couldn't see what was actually on the package, which I will show you guys.
You knew something was off, like right from the very beginning.
Yeah, I was like, that's a weird outer packaging. Okay, whatever. And so I go and I set it all up, and since we were going to be going out the next day, I didn't want to like miss it again. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll just set it up to where I go pick up the package tomorrow. So I went at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And which, if you guys know, I'm not a morning person. So I was already fucking grumpy from being awake. And so I go down there and I give him my little sheet of paper, and he goes in the back. And another thing that I didn't tell you either is that when he was walking up back with it, he like showed it to another post office worker and like giggled about it. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is this package, for one? And for two, why are you showing my message to another person? And for three, why the fuck are you laughing? Like, what is going on here? Right. I'm like so weird. Confused. And so what comes up, and I because I haven't found out who this was that sent this to me, but obviously if it's one of you fuckers that watch this goddamn show, I made a mistake by letting my address out to the internet, so I had to put something to cover the address. But this is what was shown.
Thanks for booking your gay cruise.
So I immediately, so not only are there like 4 or 5 other people in the post office, but this person who gave it to me was a fat Mexican gay guy with a blue mohawk. So it was awkward. Yeah. All right. And so I look at him and I said, what the fuck is this? And he goes, I don't know, sir. And I'm sitting here just like, what the fuck, dude? And so and I have to sign for it. So I sign on the little thing. I fold it up in half and shove it in my jacket and walk out.
I mean, if you know that you weren't expecting to get this and whatnot, obviously you pushed.
I swear to God, Trevor, I fucking swear to God, if it was you, this is war.
So you pushed back a little bit against it, but
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but then you still took it and you put it in your pocket. I don't know if it wasn't for you, then you wouldn't just I'm sorry, but this isn't mine. You kind of thought maybe
didn't know what it was. And if I got tickets for a gay cruise, I'm gonna get them free drinks. Sorry.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I was like, so you're contemplating going on a gay cruise?
I'll bring my wife. It'll be funny. People watching. But no, dude, because I didn't know what to do. Again, I was half caffeinated. I had barely any coffee. I'm angry. I'm just fuck, I want to get out of here. There's enough fucking there's enough embarrassment that's going on right now. I'm not going to sit here and have a fucking, discussion with this dude. So I wouldn't even know how to be that mean. Yeah. I'd take off the other half of your thumb if you did that shit. No, but so I immediately called Jen and I said, something just happened. And she said, wait, what? And so I explained to her what happened and she died laughing. She was like, I was having a difficult time with, getting older and it being another day of, birthday or whatever. So this made my day. This made my year. I'm not cranky anymore. We're good. So whoever did this, thank you. So she put up a Facebook post about it too. She says, whoever just sent Ian a package and pranked him, thank you so much. That was great. But yeah, so I called you. You were the first person I called.
Yeah.
That I thought might have done it. And you said no, and I'm glad because you have children, and this is war now. So whenever I find out who did this, there will be grossly obscene things sent to their house.
Yeah, well, even if it had been me, I would hope you would have discretion as to not send gross and obscene things when my kids could see the mail or some shit like that.
Know the playing field you're playing on, dude. If you got more to lose, then don't play that game. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Just so I'm saying, if it was you,
it wasn't me.
Okay. At least because the first time was only on the phone, and I'm pretty sure I could trust you when you're talking. But now I can actually see your reaction to it in your face when you say it wasn't me. So I trust it more. Okay, I don't trust anyone right now. All right, I trust none of my friends or family.
I mean, all right. So how crazy would it have been if it was Jen that played the prank on you? Did you think about that? Did you think about the
it didn't even come into my head yet.
I mean, if she knew the gift was going to come, she played it off like she had no idea, but she wanted to get that reaction out of you. That would have been her birthday present to herself.
Oh, that's fucking dangerous. I didn't even think about that, and that is a potential because she is a little shit sometimes, and
I'm not trying to throw Jen under the bus or nothing like that, but I'm saying you gotta keep your options open when it comes to these things.
Oh, I know. There were a couple people. There was one friend who didn't get back to me immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one friend immediately texted me back, and he usually takes some time to text back. So I was like, that's kind of a red flag that you immediately respond when I say, I have questions for you. You know what I mean? Then he was
unless he's sitting there already, you're just scrolling through shit. And he's oh yeah, sure. What's up? Then it's fine.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he usually takes at least a couple of hours to respond, phone call or text message. So that's what I'm saying. So his immediate response, I'm like, oh, did you just get a notification that I signed for it? And then now you're waiting for my what the fuck text? Is that what's going on? So that was sketchy, and because me and him pranked people before. I think I've told you about this prank.
Yeah.
We Craigslist, we put a friend's name, about BDSM, and it was 4 months of him getting phone calls, and so he didn't talk to us for 2 months after that. It was great. But yeah, so someone has me and him have a history of pranking people before, so I was like, it could be him, but no, it wasn't him. Another friend of mine, it took a while for him to get back to me, and so I called him, and he was like, oh, hey, I'm I just got to the hotel, I'm on vacation with my fiance right now, we're trying to figure out food. And I was like, okay, well, you're about to get married in like a month, so wait, you're on vacation now, then you're gonna get married, and then you're gonna go on a honeymoon? Like, again, I'm not trusting anyone right now, so I'm questioning everything, no matter how valid it sounds. And so yeah, and so he was like, so I was like, I have questions for you. And he said, what's up? And I said, this is phone call necessary. Like, this is something I need to hear your voice for. And so he was like, all right, well, I'm trying to get food. And I texted him, I was like, what's up, dude? You gonna call me? And an hour later, I was like, you gonna call me? Because I didn't figure out who it was yet. And so he was like, dude, I'm at lunch with my family. And I was like, all right, well, where are you going on your vacation? Are you going out of the country? Because I'm not paying like extra money just to call you to hear you, fucking pranked me. Like, I don't, like, that's not, I'm not gonna pay more, in this situation. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to Cabo on a cruise. And I was like, dude, this is too fishy. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, when you don't know what's going on, every little thing that kind of matches up.
Is he gay too?
Yeah. No, not gay. He has a mom.
Okay.
But anyways, so he called.
It's like, hereditary.
Yeah, maybe. And so he so he like left his family's lunch and went into the bathroom and called me, and then I told him about the gay cruise thing, and so he's like busting up laughing in the bathroom. I can like hear the echoing of the walls. It was kind of funny. So like there's definitely been some hilarious stuff that has come out of this, and I'm over the frustration of getting pranked. Like, okay, cool, you got me, whatever. Now I'm in investigation mode, and it's like hilarious. It is a great prank. You got me, fucking awesome. So if it was MMA Nut from here, you got me.
How would he have gotten your address?
Dude, you can look up your name right now, and you'll find your address. Like me and Jen looked up both of our names, our address, and addresses from fucking 10 years are on the internet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's creepy.
The internet is forever.
The internet is forever, and I don't like it. So yeah, anyway, I called my little brother, and I FaceTimed him because I trust him not at all. And so I had to see his face when he told me whether or not it was him. And when hearing this story and showing him the package, he had to pull over because he was laughing so fucking hard and he was driving. So I mean, I asked my dad, I asked my stepdad, I asked, other friends and whatever, and there's one person who hasn't gotten back to me yet. And the more and more that I talk to Jen about it, and now that you say that it could be Jen or that it might be Jen, that makes me think other things again, because I don't trust anyone. But the more and more he doesn't get back to me, I'm thinking it's likely him. And he is ex-military. He's like was in the army, and it seems like some of the jokes that me and him would play on each other, or like our friend, or like fuck with each other. So
sure.
It's looking like it's him, but I don't know, and I still don't trust anyone that I have called. So, but this
honestly, I think you should just accept it. Like, I don't know. I know you've gotten over the whole frustration of it, as you say already, but like, I don't know. Like, is it going to matter if you found out who it was? I mean, either way, it's giving you like a bunch of fucking laughs and a bunch of like crazy phone calls.
Yes, it does matter, Shawn, because this gives me the avenue of retaliation, and this is what's happening.
Yeah. Okay, but then that's what's going to happen.
I'm going to find out who it is, and then I'm going to send them this gloriousness. I don't know if you've gone to this website.
You haven't sent it to me yet, so I don't know like which one. Your real dollars here.
It even has the hole, right? So what about 1-800-ROSES Valentine prank tube with fart spray? That's 20, not 10.
Mm-hmm.
What about the herpes test kit? Or the world's biggest dildo in a tube?
Nice. Tuna tampons, use granny panties, micro penis support
one. The pickled sphincter. Yeah, there's plenty of other stupid stuff. What do we got? Shirts. Sardine paste. I don't know. Yeah, the pickled sphincter, that's hilarious. Cheek tenderizer, that's good. But it's the prank mail packages. that is. So I guess
that's the one you got right there.
Yeah. So well, I guess I can't select options. So I guess because Jen was kind of going through after I told her what the website was, because she was helping me initially investigate through her laughter. And so she said that that when she was like kind of looking through it, that you can pay extra to I think it's like $5 extra to require a signature.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did this person prank me, they paid an extra $5 to have make me sign for it in front of someone else.
Yeah, that's definitely a call for action.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like this isn't something that I'm gonna that I'm just gonna let go. Like, you're at least gonna get something sent to you. You're gonna get a drag queen at your front door, like that.
Like, you know what I mean? A drag telegram type thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Exactly.
Draggram.
Yeah, like drag Marilyn Monroe, like happy birthday, Mr. President. Like, that's, you know what I mean? That's like with like hairy tits. Like, that's for sure.
That might cost like $100 to try and like rent one of them to like show up.
I don't
at, like,
give a
house.
fuck. That's what's happening. Nice.
Payback
is 10 times worse. You paid $10, I'll pay $100, and then I'm gonna make sure that they wear a fucking body cam so I get that footage. That's happening.
Nice. Then we can share it online.
Oh yeah, for content. So I'm not mad because I get content out of it. That's for sure. But you got me, and I don't like that. I don't like that someone got me on that. Okay, so I'm gonna get whoever back. Hope somebody looks me up someday. I could use a couple more friends besides you two guys in movies. But aren't we enough? We're not enough for you.
You have a bigger selection of men in your men's group. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I would like more friends too, but at the same time, I fucking hate people, and I don't need anyone else in my life. We're good.
It's really hard to be my friend, I guess.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be my friend, because now I have a fucking prank website. Doing your normal Monday night shopping. I see Ian. Yeah, movies. I still don't trust you. I'd called him.
Did he answer?
He did answer, and we did talk. Good. So, but again, right now I have fucking DTA. Don't trust anyone. Fuck all you motherfuckers.
And the person's probably watching right now and be like, yeah, GayCruiseGate.
Just letting you know, you're gonna slip. You're gonna slip up when you least expect it. You're gonna say something about like, oh, going to Gay Cruise, or say some fucking shit like that, and I'm gonna be like, oh, really?
Yeah, but now the jokes are always going to be about Gay Cruise because everyone knows about it.
Yeah, so it does kind of put me in a precarious situation, but
I have a certain set of skills that help me find someone like you.
I'll get Liam Neeson on your ass. I'm gonna find your ass. Fucking your set of skills. It's gonna send you your fucking blow up doll prank package.
Hey, you got it. Hey, think about it this way: for the first time you're talking about it, you got a half hour of content just for fucking shooting the shit about what happened over the weekend.
Yep, I'm good with it. Oh yeah, and also we got hammered for Jen's birthday. We went out. We went to the Gambling Cowboy, which is a steakhouse out here. And
that sounds gay.
The Gambling Cowboy, not the Gay Cowboy. Like, Jesus.
Okay.
It came with the Gay Cruise.
Coupons for the Gay Cowboy.
And again, dude, like, if you would have at least put something in the goddamn thing, like, get me the fucking tickets. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm comfortable with my sexuality enough to like be fine with going on a gay cruise and fucking getting free drinks.
If it was like a half price for like, you had to choose between going on like a normal, I guess if you want to say like a straight cruise or a gay cruise, and the gay cruise tickets were half the cost, but like all the same things. I don't know. That's a pretty good selling point.
Hey, I mean, they can have fun. I will say, as long as there's no children there. Because that makes it like we're just going to elementary school nowadays.
I'm sure they party a lot harder than married folk.
Hey, I worked at a gay bar for 2 years. They party like crazy and they're fun. I will say that. Okay. What does this say? Enlist the help of some of those Carmen Sandiego kids. They'll hook you up. Yeah. But they never fucking found the bitch.
Yeah. She always got away. They're terrible sleuths.
Yeah, they're the worst. No, I'm going fucking
Scooby-Doo
on this.
No, you want Scooby-Doo.
I'm good. No, especially not the new crew.
The old crew. Come on, dude. Nobody watched that new shit. You know for a fact that entire show was a complete flop ever since they tried to like rebrand it.
Yeah,
they tried it. It flopped. It's over. The only one that mattered was the old one.
That was a joke. But no, I'm going with SVU because I feel violated.
Gung gung.
Yep. Special Victims Unit. I am a special victim. I feel diddled. All right. Dick Wolf on the case.
Yeah, it's always that goddamn Dick Wolf.
Like every time I watch that show, I'm like, dude, okay, I know this is supposed to be like serious and like it's supposed to be about like, you know, like grape victims and like all that, but why you couldn't have picked another executive producer, like just the name alone, or you couldn't have gone
call him Richard Wolf,
or he well, because but it's still Dick Wolf. Like because everyone would be like, oh, it's Dick Wolf, but you couldn't have gone by a pseudonym like just for this show.
Wolf Dick. If we put it Wolf, comma Dick.
Yeah, exactly. Esquire. But yeah, so I felt violated. And then so anyways, we went to the Gambling Cowboy and it was fucking tasty as hell. We had some steaks and some burgers, and we had doubles when we asked for talls, which I'm not really complaining, but you know, I didn't want to start the night off with doubles because that's what happened on Halloween. Ooh. And then puked on a homeless man's house, and that, you know, ended up great. We all know about that night. Garth,
but look, hey, look, same thought, same thing, same theory I had. Maybe Jen did it.
Yeah. Okay. If she did that, that would be the dumbest thing for her to do, because I know where she lives and I know where she works. You don't think
you're gonna Amber Turd her?
What?
You're gonna Amber Turd her?
Yeah. You think I have done that? No, I'm just for sure I'll shit on her side of the bed and wait till I'm gonna fucking fart on her pillow, give her pink eye like directly. No, you don't think I'm not gonna go down to City Hall where she works, and I'm not gonna say what city it is, but you don't think I'm gonna go down to City Hall and embarrass the fuck out of her? And you don't think that'll make all her coworkers like me even more? They haven't met me yet, but from all the things that they like say to her about me, or like the conversations that she has, they're like, oh yeah, they can't wait to meet you. And I'm like, oh, so, you know, if it is coming from inside the house, that would be absolutely horrible. Like, I will set up every like jump scare possible for her. I will fucking
film them all.
Oh, for sure. Content, of course. That's for sure gonna happen. But yeah, or like grease the floor so she fucking, you know, slides fucking risky.
Well, you don't want to hurt her. You're still married to her. You don't want her to, because then if she becomes a vegetable, you got to take care of the vegetable then.
Do I though?
Well, I mean, the state would look down upon it if you didn't.
Like, you sent me on a gay cruise without sending me on a gay cruise. Okay?
Now you're a vegetable.
Yeah, you get all of it. Yeah, exactly. Now you are the eggplant. So, anyways, okay, I'm gonna fucking throw this
cuckoo
across the room. The prank is coming from inside the house. Movie says, yeah, or all three of you are just working together to try and take the blame off yourselves. That's what's happening.
There's no group chats going on. You're fucking paranoid, dude.
I trust no one. Canada will take care of her. Will take care of her if she's a vegetable. I'm not
just
trying
leave
to
her on the doorstep.
Well, no, there's assisted suicide up there now, so like that's what they do.
For vegetables too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, they you consent to wanting.
Do you still want to live like this?
Yeah, if you want to be unalived, just go to Canada.
It's like I am the eggplant. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Wow. With comments like that, it's not deterring me away from thinking that you sent me on a gay cruise.
I didn't fucking send you on a goddamn gay cruise. I would tell you if I did because I would think it was funny. I mean, it is funny, but I didn't fucking do it.
My dad says, "Hey guys, great to see y'all." And then he says, "Payback's a bitch." It is. I'm just saying, you're gonna get this. Whoever did this is gonna get the accommodator sent to their fucking front door. Do you know what the accommodator is?
No, what's the accommodator?
It is a chin strap dildo.
Ooh, how accommodating.
Literally, it's like it's actually like when you wear the mask on your chin. It's like it goes around the ears and it's just down here, and then it just has a dick that comes out.
Terrible.
Depending on, yeah, maybe we could show that on Rumble.
Yeah, you can show that, I'm sure, but
yeah, we'll look up what the accommodator is. or the fist. It's literally just a forearm.
Yeah,
and a fist.
Yeah, but that isn't attached to your face, does it?
No, not the accommodator. It's a separate thing. It's just the fucking when on tour. We were in Nashville, and they have like the world's largest adult toy store or whatever. And we were on tour. And we were like, fuck it, we got time to kill. Let's go over there. So we went over there, and we were like, we should totally buy this and put it on our antenna on the van. But then we're like, dude, that's gonna break the antenna. There's like that thing was massive.
Yeah, just solid rubber.
It was literally the size of a fucking forearm from here all the way up to the fist.
And somehow, somewhere in the world, someone finds that to be pleasurable.
Yeah, like, dude, like, I don't think you'll ever be able to shit right ever again.
It just whooshing sounds when they fart.
This is the ASMR part of it. All right, so now we've gotten 40 minutes out of this story. But yeah, anyway, so we did that, and then we went to Gambling Cowboy, not bought the accommodator. We went to the Gambling Cowboy and ate some good food, and we went to a speakeasy, which was really fucking cool. It was a bunch of like all the old speakeasy era of like drinks and decor and all that, and you like walked through a bar and then through this like big like vault door. It was pretty fucking cool. And then we went out and got hammered. And my little sister doesn't drink a lot. She's actually the non-degenerate one of the three of us. And
there's always got to be one.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's a teacher, like a little like preschool kids teacher. So she's like nice. She barely cusses. We got her to cuss twice though, which was hilarious. We got her to say
eats a lot of glue.
we got her to say ass, and she said fuck, and which was funny
together, like ass fuck.
No, not ass fuck or fuck ass, but it was like two separate times. Like and when sometimes she'll say like fuh, like yeah, like trying to explain what she's saying, but like because she had like a drink or two in her, and so she actually finished it, and we were like, oh, and we're both like assholes, so we were like trying to get her to say the horrible thing because she's like she's gonna be a virgin until she's married. She's like total super Christian, so like literally completely opposite of.
She's saving that one hole for when she meets her man.
Hey. Watch your mouth about my sister.
I'm not saying anything negative about her.
I mean, I'm glad because I wouldn't have wanted to be in Austin and have like a slutty sister and have to come
that would be really tough.
Exactly. So
it's good that you had somebody in your family that was not a degenerate.
Yeah, exactly. And but it was fun, and we were just trying to egg her on to keep getting her to drink more, which is always hilarious because she keeps saying no, and then like but yeah, that was great. and then we went to, there's a place called the Stampede, which is like a kind of a country line dancing bar that is always just a shit show. And so we went there after we were hammered and just watched a bunch of idiots line dancing and watching them crash into each other. And that was fucking hilarious. But, and the Uber driver was an African black dude, like super African, like clicks and clacks.
Nice.
And like, you know, the clicks and the clacks.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And the pop. Okay, you gave me a face like you were like, what are you talking about? Okay.
Oh, no, I was like, oh, damn, he actually did it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I give no fucks right now. Someone pranked me. I give no fucks anymore. So yeah, so he was playing Journey faithfully. And so we were like laughing.
Did he sing along? And we like to sing it faithfully.
But he didn't. We did because we were hammered. And so we were in the back like faithfully and fucking and so we were singing in the back, and then he asked us, okay, what do you want to hear? What I usually do is
what would you like to hear next?
Usually, whatever I have a new person in the car, I ask them what they want to hear, and then I let that play into the next ride. And I was like, oh, this is dangerous. And I was like, okay, what we're gonna play is play Iron Maiden. And he's like, who's Iron Maiden? I'm like, oh, you're in for a treat. And so he just said, play Iron Maiden. And so I look over at Jen and I was like, what song do you think it's going to be? And so it starts Number of the Beast. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the Number of the Beast, you know, in the very beginning talks, you know, is that, you know, that dialogue is as number 666. And like, I could see the look in his eyes when it said that, like, it started singing it. It was great. And then I know whoever the next person in his Uber was probably like, who is this African black man listening to Iron Maiden?
Shit.
So yes, it was great. And then we, you know, were hungover all day yesterday, and my dad ordered us pizza, which is nice of him for Jen. So we go. So thank you, Dad. Appreciate it.
Very cool.
But yeah, okay. So we're done talking about me for a minute. Sorry, guys. I got really triggered by that prank.
Well, you had a fun weekend though, so that's important.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And plenty of people around us heard about my gay cruise.
That makes it even more fun.
But there were people just like, the fuck are they talking about? I'm like, shut up. I really wanted to go.
All good.
Okay, so you talk about important things.
You want me to talk about important things now? Well, I guess like for the next topic, I definitely want to get into this whole train derailment thing, but like to preface it, you got to kind of like start with the whole UFO thing. Do you remember like what was like Friday and like into Saturday, the whole UFO sightings and like do you remember hearing about it at all?
Kind of like with it being Jen's birthday and the gay cruise and stuff, I kind of, you know, got out of social media for a minute.
Well, like, so it was kind of like over like the lakes around like Michigan and whatnot, where they were shutting down, like you weren't allowed to like fly over there. They were like, I don't know what they're just kind of controlling the airspace because of like 3 or so different unidentified flying objects. Now, this is also related to the whole thing in Alaska, and there was one in Canada
and all that shit. Yeah.
No, different. So like that the balloon was the first thing that came through, and then like, you know, they let it go and they take its photos, and then after it got past, as we talked about before, then when it, like, you know, it left the country, that's when we shot it down. Now there was another flying object that was in Alaska, like it was approaching Alaska, and that was the one where
you got some stuff in your throat.
No, I told you already before. It's because I've been outside too much lately, and like the plants are like fucking each other, and like there's a spores in the fucking air, and I'm getting it all in my mouth.
Oh,
and it's like it's in my throat, it's in my fucking nose.
I was gonna make a joke, but you already just said something's coming in your mouth.
Yeah, it's all I can't help it, dude. So I just keep on blowing my nose and fucking trying to get all this garbage out of me.
Okay, so
anyway,
I saw some like some kind of videos like or little pictures, whatever, and like in my head I was like, this seems like too weird to be real. This seems
So,
like
like,
something like someone fucking.
there's
altered.
a lot of people like trying to capitalize on the whole like UFO sighting bullshit by like posting some of those like old like clips that were obviously they were like found to be like fake and like CGI type shit. Like, and like I fucking hate that shit. It's like now like people are like utilizing this time to try and be like, oh, this was over Austin. Like, what are you talking about? Like definitely not. Yeah, I got it all in my mouth. Yeah, it was all in my mouth.
I was gonna wait.
When I'm running on the bike path, I'm like, I just do that the whole time. I just catch all the spores and everything I can.
It's like The Last of Us. You getting all the spores, huh?
Well, I haven't seen it yet. I know. I will. I'm gonna start tonight. Tonight I'm gonna watch. What tonight? I told you already. I'm gonna start watching it tonight after the stream.
You got 5 episodes. The last episode, I think, was the coolest one.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, like people are fucking taking advantage of the fact that like people are the reports are coming in about like the UFOs and all this shit, and like the one guy who's flying like what was in one of the jets who actually shot down the flying object over Alaska was saying like, oh, it was messing with my controls and this and that, but like other pilots didn't say that was what was going on for them. Either way, there was supposedly other flying objects that were over the Great Lakes. And like it was all the reports. It's everything that you kept on hearing about. And it was like, what the fuck's going on? Like every single time, like there was something like this. Like they said UFOs were real. Like the Pentagon said UFOs were real when there was like a COVID thing that came out. Like there was like an article that kind of like, this is like early, probably like 2020 or some shit like that, when there was like an article that came out that went against COVID. Then all of a sudden the Pentagon's like, hey, guess what, everybody, UFOs are real. So it's always these kind of like distraction tactics when it comes to the media, like, oh, look over here, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain, that type deal.
Yeah, but it is interesting that this time when the UFOs are real thing like has come out in the past actually like year and a half maybe, it seems like no one cares. No one's saying anything about it now. Cares. Everyone's like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, beam me up, Scotty. Like I don't. Yeah,
no one gives a shit because like when they're saying UFOs, they're not necessarily trying to like say aliens. Like they're more or less trying to say like, oh, we don't know whose craft this is, or something like that. It could be China, it could be this, it could be that, or whatever, and yeah, and thank you for bringing this up, Daryl, because that's exactly where I'm going with this. Yes. So then Friday was this is something that was like, so it was pushed down in the fucking media so much, like nobody fucking talked about this. I literally found out about this shit Saturday, and
it's sports ball weekend.
That too. I mean, like all you're hearing about is the fucking Super Bowl and then UFOs, Super Bowl UFOs, Super Bowl UFOs. Oh my God, we're gonna have 2 national anthems now, and this and that. Like, like it's just like,
annoying.
Soy face. Oh,
it's annoying.
Yeah,
I will.
We are totally gonna get into that on Rumble.
Okay.
We have to. We got to talk about it because it's whatever. Either way.
And you brought it up twice?
Oh, yeah. I'm brought up twice because I don't want us to forget. We're going to talk about it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And so I wanted to bring this up real quick. Like, so this was my take on what's going on lately. Like UFO sightings happen at the same time as a train derailment in Ohio. Zero footage of said UFOs being shot down. Fake UFO distraction while East Palestine, Ohio gets covered with toxic clouds and poisoned water. And it's even worse than that now because it's not only is it like just the air and like the water, it's also like the soil, the animals are contaminated. We literally
videos of like fish dying and like all that shit too. Yeah.
Oh dude, it's bad. Now I'm going to share this article here because this one actually dives into what's actually going on over there. Oh my God, fucking ads. All right, share this Chrome tab.
Okay, while you're bringing that up, I'm gonna ask Movies, am I allowed to talk about what you're going to be partaking in on Friday? We talked about this on the phone, but can I mention that on the stream? Put it in the comments and let me know.
I don't know. I don't know what that's in reference to.
You'll know during the stream, or I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. So we basically nuked the town. Hundreds of residents in Ohio Village demand urgent testing of their homes after a train wreck released toxic chemicals into the air, and officials tell them it's safe to return, which it's untested. It's completely untested. All right, so here's like the bullet points real quick. About 50 cars in the train, including 10 carrying hazardous materials, derailed in a fiery crash in East Palestine, or Palestine, however you want to pronounce it, at about 9 p.m. Friday, February 3rd. So this was like even earlier than that. This is like, last Friday. Like still nobody fucking talked about this shit. I literally found out about this shit on Saturday. Some train cars were carrying hazardous chemicals, and houses were evacuated while authorities carried out a controlled release. Now the controlled release is going to be important when it comes to what ended up fucking happening to the whole town. But residents are suing Norfolk Southern and fear their health is still at risk, which it totally is with the chemicals that are being released. Residents evacuated from an Ohio village where a freight train derailed before huge clouds of toxic gases were released in an explosion. Fear they could still be in danger nearly 2 weeks later, despite authorities telling them it's safe to return home. Let's see. Houses were evacuated after vinyl chloride was slowly released from 5 of those cars. Now, I don't know much about vinyl chloride, but I'm sure it ain't good. Authorities then ignited the gases from a controlled release of the highly flammable toxic chemicals in a controlled environment, creating a dark plume of smoke.
So real quick, that happened. Something like that happened close up here, maybe like 5-6 months ago.
Okay.
Up in Paris, California. And it is nothing related to Paris. Actual Paris is disgusting, but something kind of like that happened. And there was like an evacuation thing for like a couple hours, like because there were potential toxic chemicals that were from the train that got whatever. So I can understand needing to evacuate the area, and they were talking about the same types of things, like potentially like leaking some of the chemicals out in the atmosphere, but in a controlled way. So I can understand it to a point, but this seems crazy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So a controlled explosion. Yeah, I totally understand like the point behind that, because how else can you really get rid of like hazardous materials in like the most efficient way? I don't know. Apparently they voted for this as like being the most efficient way. So like let's see. Despite the threat, safety officials insisted it is safe for residents who evacuate to return home just days later, which to me is just insane. Let's see here.
It really doesn't work.
I don't know. Just look at the images then. So yeah, here we go with some of the after explosion. Yeah, I know. It looks like a bunch of cigarette butts. But
it's not a real picture. They just took an ashtray and put like something, made it look like a street. Exactly.
Let's say derailed fire. There's that fucking dark ass. Now this shit is like so fucking toxic. Like this reminds me of almost like those like black pits like you would see like next to like the camps in like the for like in the Middle East or some shit, where they just dump
like
everything
and shit too.
Like, every dead bodies, the toxic waste, all that shit like that. That's what this shit fucking looks like. Yeah, this is like those
in
black
the movie Jarhead. They were like igniting the oil fields and like the oil wells and whatever, and like it was that big scene where it's just like a bunch of them going off, and that's what it kind of looks like.
Well, I'm more or less talking about like the black smoke from next to the camps and shit there, where they're trying to get rid of waste and stuff like that. Like that's a whole another health issue that's going on as well. Let's see here. Hazardous materials expert and former fire department chief said he was surprised residents were allowed home so quickly before all their homes were tested. I would have far rather they did all the testing first, he said. There's lots of what ifs, and we're going to be looking at this 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, wondering, gee, cancer clusters could pop up. Water could go bad. Now, he adds, we basically nuked the town with chemicals. So this is like, it's basically Chernobyl, for the fact that like, we have dead animals, like there's schools of fish that are just showing up dead in the rivers, and the rivers are flowing downstream, mind you. So like those chemicals are just in the water, still going, and they're going to go and pollute and just like spread throughout wherever like it's going to go down like into like Mississippi even, like so there's that. Then that dark fucking cloud that we were showing before, that's got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere, wherever the wind fucking takes it. So again, like, yes, it will.
Good news. Pfizer did some experience already and have a vaccine ready to ship.
I wouldn't fucking doubt that. But like, was it? I gotta find like the one chemical is the phosgene. I think it was. That was the other one that's in here. I think it jumped at me before. High toxic. Oh, here it is. The phosgene and hydrochloride. So like hydrogen chloride. Now the phosgene is the one that they use in World War I. Actually, it causes vomiting and breathing trouble. It's like a strong, like this is a strong odor, but it's colorless. So like, I don't know. It's fucking dangerous no matter how you look at it. So people are gonna fucking die from this shit. It's terrible. Yeah. Some said a chemical smell still lingers in the area and claim that they've had symptoms, which include trouble breathing and burning eyes. Dead fish were spotted waterways and the scene after the incident. Here's more fucking footage of this shit. Now, this is making people open their fucking eyes to what's going on with the fact that like, like we're being lied to in the fucking media all the time. Like it's psyops, like they're kind of like, they point you in one direction. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Meanwhile, like, something that's literally on the other side of the state from me. Cause like, East Palestine, Ohio borders Pennsylvania. Right. So like it's not fucking far,
Yeah. It's also interesting and convenient that this is happening right when they're, doing all the Twitter, hearings and stuff in Congress and talking about, potential collusion of the FBI with, all the Twitter file stuff. It's just interesting that this just happened now.
And now here's another video here. So this one is was it Jack Posobiec? Is like Zoomer gets red pilled by East Palestine. It's like, and everything they're saying is true. I think it's a she. I don't fucking know, but
you use the right pronouns.
Palestine, Ohio. And all I'm going to ask is that if you do this, you get your facts right. I literally grew up right down the road from East Palestine. My old childhood best friend lives in the fuck.
Now, this is the part I don't. Oh, pause. I don't like it when they start doing my best friend this or whatever, because it becomes very anecdotal. It's like you're not giving me like. I don't know.
Well, I mean, true, but at the same time, if it's someone that has firsthand knowledge of what's going on,
sure,
down there,
yeah, I can respect firsthand knowledge for sure. I'm just saying,
not like, oh, my friend lost their virginity right down the street from where the train. You know what I mean? Then I don't care about that. But if it's like they're now, then yeah, give me that info.
And this is like she. I'm again looks female. I don't know, these fucking Zoomers. They could be a dude. I don't know, but like
My dad says, Trump would have been accused of this if he still was president.
Yeah, it would have been his fault.
I'm confused that he isn't blamed of it right now.
But like she does bring up some stuff that isn't being talked about either. So that's why I wanted to give her a chance to
my
share
current
shit.
best friend literally lives right next to the town. It is so much worse than what the media is telling any of us. I'm getting reports from people that are down there right now that they're literally seeing schools of fish floating down streams, rivers, fucking dead. I got a video from my friend, okay? And she's like walking, dude. It's all fucking dead. All fucking dead. And on the top of the water is a really pretty chemical rainbow sheen. The chemicals are in the fucking water and they're lying to the rest of the country saying they're not. The water's been contaminated. The soil's been contaminated. The fucking air is contaminated. You literally are about to see some of the worst fucking health side effects coming out of people in that town. It's not even funny. And y'all want to know something even more fucked up? The restaurant that I work at in a whole different state had to donate food to them because we had people from the churches calling to tell us that Red Cross never fucking came, FEMA never fucking came, the environmental conservationists still have yet to fucking come, and nobody's fucking helping them. Meaning all of the fucking firefighters that were working get no food, have nothing to help them, nothing. Okay, all the people that were displaced have no food, water, a place to stay, none of that shit. It is so much worse than what they're telling you, and TikTok probably won't even let me post this video, but if this video gets posted, please save it and repost it everywhere you fucking can, because I'm telling y'all, they are covering this shit up. They are covering this shit up because they don't want to get out how bad it actually was. This was not good. This was the worst fucking thing that's happened probably in the past 8 years.
Probably since 8 years. Like, is that reference to Trump?
I mean, there were some based points that she made in there. She, they, them, whatever. Zimzer. Whatever Zimzer said in there, some of them were based, some of them weren't, and it was very hard to digest that with the intonation in its voice. I like just hearing the timbre of a lot of lefty voices. I it's hard for me to take in the information because I immediately want to just shut up.
I think that the biggest based part in there is that, like, you know, if Red Cross
they're lying, they're covering it up.
Yeah, but like if that's this person getting red pilled. It's hey, you're waking up. Welcome to the party. Yeah, this is what's happening in the world. So like maybe their politics aren't aligned and perfectly in line with ours at this point, but that's fine. Hey, take your time. You're gonna get there. You know. Like,
all right. So what I'm gonna say is, I have more things to say about this, especially with what you just showed me, that I don't want to get in trouble for.
Okay.
So we should take this, we should half this discussion and then continue with the Super Bowl and, you know, all that stuff over on Rumble. Yes.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that, like, the biggest point that I think she made in that was the fact that, like, you know, like there's no reaction coming from like FEMA, the environmental and like what was the other one? Red Cross and whatnot, being able to support the communities that they forced to evacuate. And then they're saying like they can come right back. Like, oh yeah, a few days later, come on back in. Come on back on in. It's safe now. Like,
oh yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. All right. So let's get through these last YouTube comments real quick.
Sure.
Referring back to the Last of Us movie, says you'll definitely want to start with episode 3. Trevor, yes, episode 3 will definitely get you ready for the cruise. Okay, and then the thing that I was talking about with movies, he responded and said I can't talk about it. So said go for it. The Babylon Bee live I'm going to is on Friday, February 24th, and what he is going to be doing, because I asked him, can I talk about your attire? You can. I've got the costume today that'll bring Cocaine Bear out of hibernation. So on Friday, he will be at the Babylon Bee live in Dallas, dressed as Cocaine Bear. He has a bear costume, and he's going to put flour on his face and walk around with a gimbal and camera getting footage of the Babylon Bee live. So what I was trying to coordinate is, because you are doing Sipping with Shawn this Friday, right?
Yes.
Would it not be awesome to have a bear on the street?
That'd be fucking awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So if y'all can work that out, that would be great.
We'll make it happen.
Yes, and then have a bear on the street for Sipping with Shawn, and then that'll be hilarious. You never know what'll happen. So I think that's hilarious. Movie said kind of reminds me of the movie The Crazies, what you were talking about. Yeah, I mean that I can see that. Love the plug about save this video and repost. Got to get my views. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I got to get my clicks. Make sure you But I mean, I understand what she's saying. Like, yes, obviously you want to get the reaction, the reviews, and the likes and whatever because that's social media. But at the same time, it is about getting the information out. So I can see the.
Oh, it's a week from this Friday. He's saying.
Oh man. Okay, well, next weekend then.
Yeah.
I was hyped. I was ready. I thought it was gonna be this week. But okay, yeah. Oh well, that at least gives me a little bit more time to make sure all of the video footage is out there. But all right, so with that, let's see. Make sure you go to solo.to/thewhiskeycapitalist. We're not leaving yet, guys. We're just going over to Rumble so we can talk spicy.
Yeah.
So if you're watching here on YouTube, go over to Rumble.
We are leaving YouTube.
Oh yeah, we are leaving YouTube. But the link is in the description for the Rumble show, and we do the Rumble show, and we do it on Rumble and Twitter. We don't do it, but we do the show on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter for the first hour ish, and then we cut off the YouTube stream and just go straight to Rumble and Twitter. But if you want to just go to Rumble and go there originally and just stay on there, that's fine. You can still comment. You can still do all that stuff. But head over there right now, and then we can talk more about this situation and then talk about the Super Bowl. And you can obviously tell that I didn't like the fact that we have 2 national anthems right now. So we'll talk more in depth about that. But yeah, so go to solo.to/thewhiskeycapitalist for all the links and ways to stay up to date with us. bit.ly/thewhiskeycapitalist merch for all of our merch. Solo.to/tildeathstudios for any digital design work you need done. Solo.to/Til Death Podcast for the podcast I do with my wife every other weekend. I believe this Saturday is going to be a new episode. You want to let them know about you?
Yeah, solo.to/Shawn Cav. That's the links for my socials, Twitter, and I'm trying to build up my Telegram and whatnot. So definitely go over there, like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. And there's other links in there as well. You can all check out all the shit. Check out all my shit.
It's for Sippin with Shawn, the show we were just talking about. 5:30 every Friday.
That's it.
5:30 Eastern. And next week we'll have a bear on the street. At Movies America, moviesamerica.com. Yeah, go check him out. He's in the comment section every show, and it's absolutely hilarious. And he does his own show pretty soon here once we get everything caught up. Sundays, spoiler free Sundays is what we're gonna call it, for a movie review, whatever he decides to watch. And then that Thursday following that Sunday is going to be the spoiler warning Thursdays, and it's going to be a live stream. It's going to be a live stream of whatever movie that breaking down whatever movie that he just saw and just put out a review for on Sunday. So that should be fun. I believe that's going to be 6:00 Central. So something around there. I think we still got to figure that out, but I think it's going to be 6:00. I could be wrong. But yeah, go check out all that. What we have. Oh, you're doing it?
Oh, yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, we're doing it. We're
Gay
doing
stuff.
it. We're doing it hard. Wait.
Butthole!
All right. So with that, we're going to head over to Rumble. Everyone jump over there right now. I want to see the numbers jump up.
Do it.
Let's do it right now. Okay.
Let's get those numbers doubled.
Yeah, with that, later, YouTube.